Morning everybody. Hope everybody's safe and well. Everybody's safe from after Christmas, and I hope everybody's feeling well, positive for the new year ahead. And I wanted to come online and just sort of like talk about why I make videos, why I come on here and do this stuff, you know, why I come on here and talk about my journey and my life. And also I wanted to make this video just to remind myself of why I do this stuff, because today is one of them fucking days, you know. I didn't want to get up this morning, got me fucking arsed, not in a very good mood. We do it anyway, and that's the fucking key for me, you know. I do it anyway, and that's what used to be the key for me, like used to be the thing in my past life, you know. I didn't want to sort of do sort of certain things, but I did it anyway, you know, and I carry the same mental attitude when I come into my recovery and my new way of life, you know. There's certain things and responsibilities that I don't want to be doing, getting up and going to work, and I don't feel very encouraged today to go and do that, you know what I mean, but fucking do it anyway. I smile, and by the time I've been and done it, I know that them feelings and them thoughts will pass, you know. Another day's done. But I wanted to go into the nitty gritty of like why I make videos, you know, because people's like, what the fuck's he doing, you know what I mean, and why has he come online, and just usual stuff, you know what I mean. It's like trolls basically, just fucking trolls, innit, you know what I mean. And if you are wondering why I make videos, I'm gonna sort of fucking tell you. I tell you now, right, if you has been anywhere even remotely close to the place that I found myself in as a human being, to where there was no means to an end, and I was at the act of the ultimate act of self-will, you know, the last act, you know, like taking my own life, you know. My mental health was just exhausted, my physical health was just, you know, it was just falling to bits at the seams. I'd lost a purpose as a man, you know, like 30 fucking years old. I just felt lost, you know. I felt just lost. Life had me fucking baffled, and it had brought me to my knees. Regardless of the drug use and the alcohol use and the substance abuse was just my way of medicating how painful I felt and where life had got me to, based on my own knowledge of how to live. Alcoholism and drug addiction it's got nothing to do with fucking drugs. It's a living problem, and we use drugs to change the way we feel in order to cope with life. It's our solution to a life problem, which a lot of people can't seem to understand. You know, there's that invisible line between when drugs was fun and drugs stopped being fun, and it's a very fucking blurry line. And society as a whole, and the drug use as a whole, and the normality of the drug use as a whole, within certain communities and cities and towns and groups of friends and peoples and families and stuff like that, varies on various scales, you know. And when I found myself in that place of despair, lost, hopeless, you know, I fell upon a 12-step fellowship, because my next step was rehab. I had no other choice. It was like, I need, you know, my reality check. It was either continue doing what I'm doing, because there was no other way out. I couldn't just stop on my own accord for any period of time, and I'd always end up back in exactly the same place I was. You know, certain things would keep my lips above the water for long enough, you know, a new job or a new relationship, or, you know, something that would sort of like distract me away from the self-destructive behaviour in my life, and I just sort of convinced myself that everything was alright, you know, I had it all together, it doesn't really matter, and you know, and I'd always end up in the same place regardless. And it was sort of like it goes into that sort of like that term functioning. You know, I was just functioning, and it was sort of like from the outside looking in, it was sort of like I could just about pull it together. Well, at least I thought I could anyway. And as long as at least I thought I could keep it all together, and I sort of thought that I was all right, you know. As long as I could sort of like never let anybody see the real inside of me, I'd be all right, you know. And you know, sort of just as long as I could just dress the outside up long enough to convince people that I'm doing okay. You know what I think? You know, I was sort of just robbing myself, and I was living quite a miserable existence. And when finally I found myself in that really dark place, and not many people fucking identify with that place, because not many people have been to rock bottom. Everyone thinks that rock bottom's rock bottom for them and all that stuff, but trust me, when you've been to rock bottom, when you've been to that place of spiritual bankruptcy, and you are completely lost for purpose, and you turn to a power greater than yourself, and you fall upon like a 12-step fellowship, and you get that light of that spirit within inside yourself, you will do anything in your power to stop other people from going to that same place, believe me, because it is fucking dark, it is lonely, and it is very painful. And I made a vow to myself that from that day forward, my fucking primary purpose will to get up every single fucking day and do what I can to contribute to the world and make sure that I am giving 100% in trying my best to not let at least one more person go to the same fucking place that I went to. That's all I want. I just don't want people to go where I went. I don't want people to feel how I felt. I don't want people to be alone like I felt. Like, I don't want them to feel lonely like I felt lonely. I don't want them to be slowly sat in that place where they have nowhere to fucking turn, and they don't know what to do anymore. And, you know, I sat there as a man in this day and age, in the images and the expectations of who and what we should be as, and how we should conduct ourselves as a man, is just a big fucking lie. You know, it's like we're told to not talk about feelings, you know, stop being fucking soft, you know, man up, all that fucking nonsense. And I never really got taught how to fucking sort of express my emotion. I never really got taught how to talk and even learn how to feel my way through feelings and communicate with other people and be honest with another man. You know, never mind fucking anyone else, or even honest with myself. So that's why I make videos. And trust me, that light and that flame for that desire to make videos, come online, share my message, and try my best to not let anybody else go to the place that I went to, will never fucking go out. It will never go out, because I can fucking get up this morning and I know exactly where I come from. I know exactly the fucking depths of desperation and despair that I went to. I feel them. That feeling, I can go with inside myself at any fucking moment and take myself back to that place. And it's called like fast forwarding or rewinding the tape. I just need to shut my eyes on days like today and take myself back to that really dark place. Go and run over the scar on my fucking heart that this stuff did to me. That drug addiction and substance abuse did to me. It takes me straight back to that place. And as I fucking run my fingers across that scar on my heart, it reminds me where I come from, and it reminds me where I'm going, and it reminds me of my purpose. And my purpose is to carry my message so that no one has to go to the places that I went to. With just a hope, promise of freedom. It is possible to turn your life around at any fucking time. It doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, what your fucking problems are. There's a solution. There's a solution. You don't have to live that way anymore. The end, the light is fucking here. Do you know what I mean? It's here. A lot of men go through this fucking like dark, really dark, lonely place, using, continuous cycle, lost, walking around like zombies, going to fucking day jobs and just sort of like passing time by until the fucking weekend comes, and like it's just a dead end fucking thing for me. Like that sort of life, you know, just living for the weekends, because it just gives me brief moments of fucking relief, you know, like quick head change, you know, a couple of tablets and a bit of fucking drink and a bit of a smoke or a fucking line, just to change the way I feel. It's not the idea of fucking life. I've slowly learnt that, you know, and on days like today, I like to come online and carry my message, let everybody know that I'm still here. Still here. Today. Just for today, I'm here. I am now. And I'll continue to be that way for any person that needs me to be. And that's my purpose. That's what keeps me going, knowing that there might be someone today who'll contact me saying, I was exactly where you was, Neil. Can you give us a hand? That's what got me out of bed this morning. It's what fucking got me up and moving this morning. The possibility of hope, sharing my experience with somebody else, giving away what I've got, is sometimes the only thing that keeps me going. Stay blessed, guys. Chin up. Keep moving.